Let's watch more CNN coverage and a panel discussing some of these shockingly alarming closing statements from Trump in his campaign's closing days and what this might mean for the election. Hey, you! Yes, you! Did you know we have memberships for as low as $3 a month? You can help the channel grow, reach new heights, and help protect democracy. And you get a long list of exclusive perks from members-only polls to getting my videos early. The link is always in the description of every video. If you want, go ahead and check that out. And thank you guys.
Just to repeat the laundry list of things that he said that he shouldn't have left the White House. Again, this is somebody who did not participate in a peaceful transfer of power. He complained bitterly for 20 minutes about several different polls that he said were inaccurate. These were all polls that showed him trailing behind Kamala Harris. He also spent another 20 minutes trying to essentially claim fraud in the 2024 election. He was sowing seeds of doubt ahead of the election. And then there were those comments about the press and shooting through the press. One of these allies telling me, how hard is it to go up there and just say, Kamala broke it and I'm going to fix it? Another one telling me that they have spent an enormous amount of time talking to campaign advisors trying to get Donald Trump to focus on the economy, to focus on inflation. They believe these are the matters that voters actually care about. And I will tell you, from listening to the rally, listening to the crowd when Donald Trump was up on stage, it certainly didn't sound as though they were that receptive.
The first thing I want to touch on is how simple it should be to see Trump's pattern of behavior and instantly discount it, right? If somebody cries wolf 20 times, odds are the 21st time they're crying wolf, right? When he lost the Iowa caucus in 2016, he said it was rigged. When he lost the popular vote in 2016, he said it was rigged. When he lost in 2020, he said it was rigged. When he lost 3 different civil suit cases, he said all 3 were rigged. When he lost his criminal trial, he said it was rigged. Anytime he's down in a poll, he says that poll is rigged. Anytime he's up in the poll, they're credible polls. Right there, it should be obvious just through following a pattern of behavior. He just can't admit when he loses. But instead, his base is just like, he's the arbiter of truth and he's letting us know about all this fraud and this and this. And why doesn't he ever say anything is fraudulent when he wins then, right? Should be that simple. It's only when he loses. It's Occam's razor. The simplest explanation, the one with the least steps to get there, is probably true. So it's much more likely that he's just lying about all these things because he can't accept that he lost, rather than there is some big conspiracy that all these pollsters, all these institutions, all media is just all taking part in. And the last thing I want to say is that he's also had some very deplorable quotes recently, right? Saying he wouldn't care if someone shoots through the media is insane. This shouldn't be normalized. Saying that he shouldn't have left the White House in 2020 is also insane. What if he chooses not to in 2028 if he wins? I mean, these aren't normal things, and these aren't things that we should just gloss over and not do wall-to-wall coverage on.
I just think that we need to acknowledge that it is not normal that this man is going out and saying this stuff over and over again. I covered conflicts. I had friends of mine, journalists who were killed. Saying those kinds of things about reporters that are covering his campaign is not normal. And it's not right.
And so, Lulu, the chaos here, Tim Alberta has a final piece in The Atlantic coming out, obviously. He has done incredible reporting on this campaign. At one point, he reportedly asked friends, he says, Trump did, what's discipline got to do with winning campaigns? Now, I guess if you look at it from Trump's perspective, for him, discipline has not had anything to do with winning campaigns. He won without it. So he says, why not again this time?
He won once in 2016. And he lost in 2020, and 2022 did not go the Republicans' ways.
Right.
And so it remains to be seen what the referendum is on 2024. But everything that he has done has sabotaged his campaign.
Anyone being an honest broker, right, supportive of Trump or not, has to understand the negative effects of his rhetoric on the political party. I mean, it's a largely losing strategy. He narrowly won in 2016 by 70,000 votes spread across 3 states against maybe the most unlikable candidate of all time. Like, Dems definitely made the wrong choice in Hillary Clinton. He barely beat her. Then his rhetoric directly led to Republicans losing the House in 2018. That election was a referendum of sorts on Trump through his base. Then in 2020, he obviously got stomped on by Biden by 7 million votes. And Biden, again, another milquetoast candidate, right? Someone who flamed out twice before in 2 different primaries. So it's not like he's this runaway candidate. Trump lost to him by 7 million votes. Also lost the popular vote to Hillary Clinton. So he wasn't even more popular than Hillary, if we want to open that can of worms. Then in 2022, Republicans massively underperformed what they were supposed to. And this is largely with candidates that Trump had handpicked. He handpicked multiple candidates for the House and for the Senate. All of them lost. So they lost because of him and because his Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. And in 2024, I mean, the referendum's out, right? I mean, it remains to be seen. But to pretend that Donald Trump has brought this massive support to Republicans when he narrowly won once, lost the popular vote in that election, and then has caused 3 straight losses in 3 straight election cycles, it's just not at all based in reality to talk like that.
Do you want to see me knock the hell out of people backstage? You want to see me? It's a pretty stupid situation, but that's okay. I get so angry. I'm up here seething. I'm seething. I'm working my ass off with this stupid mic.
It's what appeared to be X-rated motions. Okay. I like the world that this has come to. I'm trying to find the words for that.
It's
But that's what your
frustrating
friends
a
are
lot
talking
of people
about,
that
right?
I've spoken with. I mean, the Times Siena poll, 25% of voters in the battleground states said the economy was the #1 issue. The third issue was 15% at immigration, 40% combined. Those are 2 issues where the former president leads by a sizable margin against the vice president. Strategically speaking, Kate, you know this so well. Why wouldn't you make the end of your campaign about the issues that people are concerned about?
If he loses this election, it will be his fault.
And before we really dive into that, I want to play one more clip from a Trump rally to further put in perspective a few things, mainly how Trump voters themselves are feeling about Trump's rhetoric and his campaign and the kind of energy that he can still draw this close to the election. As we often talk about his crowd sizes. Well, this cameraman decided to go rogue and while Trump was speaking, do a live fact check as to what he was talking about with his crowd.
Every rally's full. You don't have any seats that are empty. You don't have anything yet. I mean, the one we had today,
This is coming to an end. These rallies are coming to an end. We've been doing them, think of it, for like 9 years. We started a year before, and we've had tremendous success. In 2016, we did phenomenally, right? We went in, they gave us a 3% chance, and sort of like amazing.
So as you can see, another blatant lie. I mean, it should be alarming how willing Trump is to lie to even his own supporters. He's saying his rallies are full. The cameraman said, we'll see about that, right? He decided to risk his career for the truth and what makes for a hilarious clip. Also, you can see people leaving while he's talking, something that has been quite the phenomenon for Trump. He's literally like halfway through the speech at this point too, so it's not like he's closing to an end. He can't figure out how to get people to stop leaving his rallies 45 minutes to an hour in. And it's again due to the rhetoric he chooses to utilize, the things he chooses to talk about. And it comes down to he puts forth no solutions for the American people. He doesn't give them anything to hold on to. He doesn't talk about how he'll help them or how he'll make things better. It's all about himself, how great he is, how bad Democrats are, and how he's going to get his vengeance. And most people above 80 IQ are tired of this one-trick pony show.